What is up, everybody? It's Alex here, also known as Raving Phoenix. Some of you may remember me from about 4 years ago. I'm introducing my friend Antonio, also knew Hades. Still a stupid name.
Well, you know what? I tried to go for Hades because the Greek gets...
Yeah, this is pretty much what the channel's going to be about. As you can see below, we are actually currently called Those Guys Who Suck at Games. It's, for the most part, an in-development title. We are still working, trying to get everything developed, figure out what we're going to be doing. For the most part, we're just going to be doing a lot of gameplay, as we already have. But we hopefully will be including other things, as we are both very into the, I guess, nerd scene. We do a lot of the, we're into comic books, Doctor Who, movies, stuff like that, so it'll be really interesting to see where that goes.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not as into it as he is, or at least I don't have as much knowledge. So I mean, I don't know how far I'll be able to pull it, but he's.
I think the biggest thing is us joining together for the channel is going to really bring it in the gameplay, because we both are very different types of gamers. I tend to be a more RPG, methodical type of gamer. You're a first-person shooter, running gun kind of gamer.
I actually do not like first-person shooters.
You enjoy them more than I do. Like, for me, it's an almost I can't play them kind of thing. You at least play them like Destiny. You're looking forward to that.
Well, I mean, but if it were just a first-person shooter, I mean, if it didn't have any of the RPG aspects or just the fantasy stuff, I would not be getting into it.
But I mean, either way, I think that's where it's really going to come into hand. But you know, we may eventually do some reviews. For now, a lot of our games, as you can see, are they're either incomplete or just games that don't really have a completion ending. So the best thing is going to come out of that. Once newer games come out, we do intend to be more streamlined and actually try to play through the games. Though, unfortunately with our schedules, it's very lucky if we can get together at least once a week. That often doesn't even happen. So a lot of our gameplay will probably, I think, end up being more of a first look, first glance. We'll play a little while, and then maybe off camera, one of us will finish it, and then we'll kind of review it or go over a first take kind of impression.
I mean, there are definitely a few games that we will be actually completely playing. Like, we have to finish Rayman Legends. We just started The Last of Us. I'm going to be editing that later today. But I gotta edit Last of Us, that'll be on there, and then when we finish Rayman Legends, which is gonna take a while to finish, we will be moving on to Lego Marvel, which will also take a long time.
Well, that's when we've already said we want to do a 100% run, because we almost beat it and our save got corrupted, so that was unfortunate. As far as the other games, you know, I mean, Rayman Legends we'll probably eventually beat Mass Effect and other games. However,
Surgeon Simulator is kind of one of those games where we
may or may not go back to it. I think Surgeon Simulator shows the most of how different gamers we are. You are very more susceptible to the rage, whereas I tend to try to have more fun with it in a rage game. I will say for now in our videos, and probably for the foreseeable future, obviously if it's a two-player game, we're both playing. If it's a one-player game, unless otherwise stated, it's probably going to be him playing.
I mean, if it's a game that I've played more of and Alex has not, then he might be playing it.
Which is very unlikely at this point. That's pretty much why he's the one playing Mass Effect. If you've watched that at all, as I've played that, I've lost track of how many times. He's only played it through it once, or even none in the case of...
Well, Mass Effect 2, I've played it through it 3 times. Never personally played Mass Effect 3, and I think I beat Mass Effect 1 once or twice.
But we're going to see where it goes. I think a priority for us, once they start coming out as the year comes to a close, is going to be playing the new games. So games like Rayman, Lego if we get started, because in all honesty we may actually start Lego before we even finish Rayman, because Rayman kills our hands like nobody's business.
Well, my hands are fine, it's him who has the issue.
You complain about it too when the cameras are off, so don't even start with me on that one.
I don't complain about shit. I just complain about how... Well, not about the hands, at least. I don't complain about my hands.
We'll see how that all goes, but we have new games coming out that we both want to play. He wants to play Destiny. I'm wanting to play Metal Gear Solid 5. It's a big game coming out.
Which eventually...
we unfortunately just dated this video, so we're going to have to replace it eventually soon.
We dated it?
By saying what games are coming out, we're kind of...
Oh yeah, Destiny's coming out in 3-4 weeks.
Well, I'm just saying, somebody watches this in 2 years, you're like, Metal Gear Solid 5 came out 2 years ago, you dumbasses. But it's the internet. That kind of stuff's going to happen anyway.
Because no one decides to look at the dates that the videos were posted.
But hopefully in 2 years, if we're still around, we'll have a little bit more firm footing into what we're doing. As you can tell, the number one thing, we are completely unscripted in everything. We have no idea what we're going to say before we say it.
Yeah.
Which is why this video's kind of turned into a rambling mess.
We kind of meant to just do like maybe a few minutes of just saying who we are, and we just kind of...
So, like I said, we don't really know what's going to come up in the future. As movies come out, I kind of wish when it first came out we had done a Guardians of the Galaxy review, because we both did see that.
Yeah.
But we're probably going to pass on that for now. We talked about it in one of our other videos.
Yeah, it's a little too late to do Guardians of the Galaxy now.
As other superhero movies in particular, because we watch those, maybe one thing I think we might end up doing if we both end up watching all the episodes, we're both huge Doctor Who fans. When the season's over, we'll recap Series 8. But we also have things that we're both interested in, the others not so much. I have a more thorough comic book background. I've read comics for my entire life. I know the history of comic books. Also, I think I'm probably a little more into stuff like Star Trek and Star Wars as far as the actual mythology of it all. Mm-hmm. He watches My Little Pony, so...
I don't watch that shit. No!
But friendship is magic.
No!
It's magic.
No!
You don't like friendship?
No.
He's a horrible person. He doesn't like Pinkie Pie, so you should hate him. Come on, man. Come on. It's okay. Robo.
No. No. No.
What?
Screw that show. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I don't watch that show.
I will admit, I actually have watched it. It's not the worst thing in the world.
I've seen like the first 2 episodes, and
you gotta get through
don't
the first,
really feel like
you gotta get through the first season. That's one of those I actually looked it up first. You gotta get through the first season. First season kind of sucks. But I like it, and I know why. I found out why I like it. The person who does the first 2 seasons is a person who did a lot of the Cartoon Network cartoons. In particular, Powerpuff Girls was fucking awesome.
It was.
I wish they wouldn't have screwed it up with that little whatever movie. Again, rambling. This happens in our other videos too. As it is now, though, I think we're going to wrap things up. Again, I'm Alex. This is Antonio. And we're going to get started with some games.
Yeah.
See you.